Story time. What will it be? It's called story time. I made a little beat called story time. Let's watch Envyerz story time.
Did I really just do that? This is a picture of me in 4th grade. Considering looking back at it, I have a lot of interesting stories to tell, including this one. If we go to the left, or my right, this is the story that's going to be taking place in today's episode. This is Shemiah. Welcome to Story Time, a series where I tell you all about my Mexican struggle and about moments of my life in general. This week I'm showcasing some Titanfall gameplay, and if this video could get at least 40 likes, that would be greatly appreciated. You guys showed a massive amount of support on my last Storytime episode, so let's try to keep that trend trending. Without further ado, let's get into this. I mentioned previously in my last Storytime episode who Shemiah is. Well, I hinted at it, so if you guys want to go check that out before you watch this video, links in the description to go do so. During my 4th grade year at my elementary school, I was only 2 years in. I just moved schools in 3rd grade, and this was my 2nd year at this said elementary school, so I didn't really know that many people. But I'm pretty sure all elementary kids don't know that many people to begin with. In this class, we sat in groups occasionally, and every so often we switched teams, and you would have to meet new people in a different group, and that's, I guess, the teacher's way of all get to know each other and what have you. Now, before I moved to this elementary school in 3rd and 4th grade, originally my elementary school consisted of a lot of Hispanics because where I live is basically 99.9% Hispanics there. In 1st grade, though, I did have one black friend. His name was Marcus, and I remember him because he did something very special in the bathroom each and every single time we went on a restroom break, and I'm probably going to make a story time out of that, too. But Marcus, he was cool. He was my homie. He was my 1st grade homie. But in 4th grade, there was another black person, and she wasn't as nice as Marcus. She had this outgoing, obnoxious attitude that you only see in movies. And the 4th grade version of myself at the time wasn't thinking of the color of the skin tone, just basing my judgment off the attitude of the person I'm talking to, because as the old saying goes, treat others the way you want to be treated. I was quiet. I was shy. She was the exact opposite of that. And I believe one time the teacher put me in a group with her, and at that point it was like at least halfway in the school year. I was absolutely terrified of this woman because even at recess she terrorized everybody else, and I just wanted to stay away from her. Like she had this certain smell to her. Like, I'm not sure if she took a shower, but she had this distinct smell that made me afraid of her. I don't know if that's just natural, like that's her way of sending off bad vibes to other people, or maybe she honestly just smelled. Now, what made matters worse with Shemiah is that she wouldn't I wouldn't necessarily say I was getting bullied, but I was just terrified of the way she talked, like to me and to anybody around me. And it's bad enough that she had a tag team partner. His name is Anthony Morrow. I'm not kidding. That's his actual name. He has the same exact name as Anthony Morrow, the actual NBA player. They're 99.9% not related, or maybe they might be. Who knows? If I knew he was related to Anthony Morrow, I'd probably give him 4th grade dap. They always peer pressured me to do something, and I never did. I was just always afraid one day I'm gonna get beat up by Shemiah and maybe her friend. Shemiah was the main problem. I wasn't afraid of the dude. I was more afraid of Shemiah because she wasn't that big, but it looked like she could throw a mean punch to my 4th grade chubby little face. And I mean, every elementary kid's nightmare is getting beat up by a girl, and the whole school knows about it. So I try to stay away from her as much as possible, and it actually ended up working. Probably none of my 4th grade classmates even remember me, which is I'm totally fine with, considering I moved schools countless of times. It's hard to remember anybody in the past. But the whole reason why I brought up this story time is because I was thinking, man, I wonder if any of them remember me. And I said I'm fine with it. I was like, let's see, who do I remember? Oh, Shemiah. I didn't know her name exactly, but I looked at the picture, the class picture, and I was like, that girl, I was terrified of her. I was like, okay, good thing it's 2015. Good thing we have the power of the internet. Let's see how she turned out. You know, maybe she changed her life. Maybe she wasn't, you know, a raging lunatic that yelled at everybody and anything. I mean, time changes. Time heals everyone, right? Just give them enough time, and they'll figure out their life. And sadly, unfortunately, I don't believe she actually did. You know, with the power of Facebook, and I wouldn't necessarily call it stalking, I saw some things that I wish I could probably unsee. So, in a few seconds, in a few moments, I'll be showing you the picture that scarred my eyes. So, if you want to skip a few seconds in the video, that's totally fine. I'm going to show the picture right about now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to put you through that, but that's the type of woman, oh, I guess she's a woman now, so woman she is. You know, she did not change from 4th grade to college, you know, if she's even attending a university. And that just makes me smile about my life. Like, man, I was a depressed kid. She was a loud one. I got out of my depression. I'm trying to make a name for myself. And she still, well, she still seems like that girl that loves to yell. And in 2015, we like to call those terms ratchets. I mean, who honestly takes a picture of themselves with a duck face, showing a tattoo of some kind, and deodorant pits? Like, I mean, come on. Come on. How? Why? Like, do you just want to be classified in one of these terms? But that's the legend of Shemiah. You know, R.I.P. Shemiah. She's not dead, but her memory will forever be lived within this video. You know, whether I forget about it or not, sadly, I will always remember that one black chick that I was always afraid of. Before I go, I just want to ask you guys a question. Did you ever have that one person you were absolutely terrified in your earlier years of school? Because I would love to know. Just know as well that whether or not you're friends with them still or not, just know if you keep a positive attitude, you're obviously going to have the better lifestyle. You know, although things may not be seeming to go your way now, if you just keep being positive, eventually things will happen. So that's my advice to you. Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like the video. Hope you guys enjoy the story. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.